Hey everyone! We're continuing our walkthrough now of SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom 15-minute version. This is part 37 of our SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom 15-minute version walkthrough. In the last part, we finished up everything in downtown Rock Bottom, and right now in the Rock Bottom Museum, about to be exiting. Well, we pushed all the buttons to make the red lines disappear and the lasers on both patches, and we also crossed the lamps where you could tell the monsoons were, and we're right now at the exit of the Rock Bottom Museum to go to the Trench of Advanced Darkness. But before that, we're going to go on the swing hooks, the line of swing hooks that appeared in the last video, and that's what we're going to do beginning-wise for this video. So we'll continue now and do the line of swing hooks that appeared before going to the Trench of Advanced Darkness. Because see, you could tell I'm swinging on them, right? Because in the Rock Bottom Museum, before the end, where you could tell the tunnel is with the yellow shiny object, you could tell there'll be a line of swing hooks that'll appear. So now you could tell from swinging over here with Sandy, we just got the monsoon that took care of this slant range. And we'll get those two green shiny objects and socks in just a minute. But we'll get them on the way back, because first, we'll get this other monsoon. And see, I usually fall down, but I caught myself this time, and I'm impressed. And now, the other reason is because we have to reach this high blue shiny object. And when you do this as SpongeBob, when you do the Rock Bottom Museum, you'll only be able to get the Super Ultra Mega Monster combo. You won't be able to reach this blue shiny object like I will collect when you're SpongeBob, because it'll be too high. So when you see this line of Texas hooks comes down after journeying through the Rock Bottom Museum, as Sandy you'll be able to collect it like I just did. And now you can tell the 50 for this place. Oh, I can't reach it. The 50 for this place is right here.
Someone better make good use of all these.
And you could tell when we collected it, we reached above 12,000 shiny objects. So now that could prove to you that that shiny object-wise, in order to pay for the clam, we just need a little bit more. Because shiny object-wise for feeding the clam, it'll be 2,400. So that could prove to you that from here, it's not that far away. And did I already tell you, like in the last video, that artwork-wise we're halfway done for the place, and sock-wise we're 23/40 done with the game? If so, then I'm just telling you again because I think I did it. So now you can tell we're gonna collect a value of 10 shiny objects in greens, and now we'll get a sock. And now you can tell we'll do the same thing as we did on that patch we were just on, except over here, because this is where the second one of them are. Like, see the two green shiny objects and the sock. Do you see that? Because like over where that painting of that bowl of fruit is the first of the two green shiny objects and the sock. And the second of them is by this heavy iron Studies photo, where you see patch-wise I am on right now. And you could tell sock-wise when we collected it, A, we're 2/3 done in Rock Bottom sock-wise, and B, sock-wise for the game, we're now 3/5 done with the 3/5 done with the game. So now, since we have everything from the Rock Bottom Museum, we'll now get this yellow shiny object and this piece of artwork. So now you could tell, artwork-wise, we're now 2/3 done with the plates. So now we'll go to the Trench of Advanced Darkness because now we have everything from the Rock Bottom Museum. And now you can see, starting wise for the Trench of Advanced Darkness, it starts out with a slide. So that can prove to you that since we use Sandy for the Rock Bottom Museum, she's a better character to use. Because when you get zapped, you could just rope back onto wherever you came off from. Like, see how I'm roping back with Sandy to get these tikis? That'd be the same except with the lamps. And she can go a farther distance than SpongeBob. Because of the rope. So now you could tell we're gonna talk with Gary. But just for a second you saw we were at 121.21 shiny object wise. Did you see that? And now you can tell shiny object wise it makes a math problem. Can you visualize what it is? Now see, Sandy's talking with Gary.
Say, that's a good idea, Gary. I'll try that.
So now, before we talk with Gary, we're gonna explode that Thunder Tiki so that when SpongeBob and Gary are talking for opening the challenge for the Trench of Advanced Darkness, then which is the place we're in right now, then we'll explode those. So now, before that, we'll make this platform come down, and now we'll change into SpongeBob. And before that, we'll get this green shiny object you see as a shadow right beneath where I'm standing. So now, we'll explode this Thunder Tiki, and now talk to Gary.
Gary, you're on an awful long walk, aren't you?
So that you could tell shiny objects can calculate while SpongeBob and Gary are talking. Which already happened.
Wow.
Now, do you see the exit signs? That can prove to you that this is the
Trench of Advanced Darkness, huh?
See,
Sounds
SpongeBob said it.
Okay, Gary, I'll be extra careful.
So now you can tell that opens a spatula named Across the Trench of Advanced, or actually spatulas named Across the Trench of Advanced Darkness, and how in tarnation do you get there? And that's just this brown spot you could see with the two green shiny objects, like it was with the socks in the Rock Bottom Museum, except there's a spatula in its place. So now we'll change, or actually we need to be SpongeBob. But eventually we'll need Sandy in this place because Plankton will give us a challenge to do using Sandy. So now I'll bold the Duplicatron. And you can see in this case, when it creates robots, on each of these things that we're just dropping, that robot on that range will get destroyed. So now you can tell, right here's another sock.
Boy, Patrick will be glad to have this back.
And now you can tell we just got a checkpoint.
It shines.
And now you can tell I'm collecting shiny objects and exploding Thunder Tikis. And now you can tell, because we have all of them, now we can touch this button. Now, you see, when you touch this button, that gate will come open, but you only have 8 seconds to do the to get through to there. Like, see, I'll try it again, but you could tell a fodder just got killed. See? Now we'll make it stay open. But usually I get 1 second left to make this stay open. But once or twice, I got like exactly the time so that it wouldn't stay. So that it wouldn't stay up for us. Or, I mean, open. So now you can tell I'm collecting shiny objects and opening the teleport box and now bowling this tar. And now you can tell we're at exactly the amount we have to pay for the clam. So we'll pay for the clam first. Because do you see the clam right in front of me? Do you see the clam right in front of me with its mouth open? See, because it's saying, do you want to feed the clam 2,400 shiny objects to use the underwater bungee? So I'll say yes at 11.5 minutes on the camera. And now you can tell, once the feeding of the clam has finished, you could tell in the end we're at exactly 10,000 shiny objects. Do you see that? So now let's figure out we'll do this now. So we'll get on the bungee, and you can tell there's a sock. This bungee is just for a sock and shiny objects. And you can tell when we collected that sock, we're now 5/8 done with the game sock-wise. Yeah, 5/8. And I already told you artwork-wise we're 2/3 done, right? So proving-wise to you, there's a value of 28 shiny object-wise without defeating anything. But with defeating the floating tiki, you'll be able to realize that there's 33. So now we'll get the sleepy sneak. Gotcha.
Time for a little sleepy sneak.
So now we have to change into Sandy and talk to Plankton.
Plankton, you best not be stirring up no trouble.
Because see, this is a challenge for Sandy. And then after this discussion happens,
I'll crush you all.
after this discussion happens, we'll stop the video.
What was that?
Nothing. Say, see those lasers there?
Now see, that could prove to you that the spatula name has something to do with lasers. Because lasers is part of the name.
You mean them things that look like
Because
fancy washing machines?
the name of the spatula is lasers are fun and good for you.
To your puny brain, I suppose. You'll need to turn on each one of those in order to cross the last part of the trench of advanced darkness.
This better not be some kind of trick, Varmint.
So now we'll stop here. So yeah, most likely in this video we finished up with the Rock Bottom Museum and we continued on with Rock Bottom and we completed the Rock Bottom Museum and we're right now in the Trench of Advanced Darkness about to do a challenge with Sandy. And we opened up a few spatulas and I think we got a few and we got a couple socks for sure. So yeah, that'll end part 37 and I'll see you guys in part 38.